chairman of our Deccan, ex-SSP of Nepal Police, Gupta Bahadur Shrestha sir, and founder CEO of Deccan, Dr. Rajendra Kesi sir, for organizing such an amazing platform, or say the program, by means of which every day we are learning new things in this pandemic, which are very essential in aspects of our life and making this time more productive. To all the viewers watching us from Zoom, I want to request you to keep your mic on mute mode so that the session will run more silently, peacefully, and smoothly. Also, while watching the session or say hearing the guest, if any queries pop on your mind regarding topic, then by means of comment, you can send us if you are watching us from Facebook, and you can leave in chat box in case of Zoom viewers. I will put your questions at the end of the session or at Q&A session. Also, last time our session was hacked by some unidentified persons. So because of this, today we are live on YouTube and from Facebook also. Now I want to introduce more about our today's guest. As I already said that today we'll be discussing on health integrated approach, yoga and naturopathy with Dr. Santosh Kumar Pandey sir. He is yoga naturopathy physician. He is founder and director of Omkar Shakti Foundation, which gives training on personal training, yoga cardio, muscle toning, weight loss program, diet plan, personalized, customized training, group yoga classes, and numerology consultancy. He is also giving training on chakra meditation, which includes opening chakras and allowing cosmic energies to flow through the body, which will ultimately refresh spirit and empower life. He also gives training on how to cleanse inner aura, balancing chakras and inner levels, reducing stress, anxiety, insomnia, and depression. He gives training on how to reduce high blood pressure, COPD diseases, joint pains, diabetes, mellitus, etc. He is also running the session of Das Mahavidya Sadhana, which includes Makali, Tara, Bhairavi, Chinnamasta, Matangi, Tripura, Dhumavati, Bangalamukhi, Kamala, and Bhuvaneswari. He is also running the session of Lakshmi Kuvar Diksha Sadhana, which is mainly for deaf persons for removing ill effects of planets in order to attract money, to improve business, and removing evil's eye. He is also a numerology consultant, which is the bridge between who are you now and who you have potential to be. In this pandemic, by the means of videos, he is also raising awareness and giving training to the viewers like us. Now it's time to welcome our today's chief guest on program. So we are so glad to have you on today's episode. Welcome to Deccan's family. The screen is yours now. Over to you.
Ranjit, can you please guide him? We could not hear him.
So you aren't audible. Santosh Pandey sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Ranjit, can you please assist him?
Yes, sir. I think he's working on it. Let's give him some more time. His mic isn't in mute mode, but still we can't hear him.
रञ्जित के साउन्डमा समस्या हो के भएको
हजुर सर, गुड मर्निङ सर। साउन्डमा चाहिँ अलिकति प्रब्लम देखिएको छ, उहाँको माइक म्युट मोडमा छैन, तथापि उहाँको आवाज सुनाएको छैन सर। सायद उहाँ चाहिँ त्यसमा मिलाउन खोज्दै हुनुहुन्छ सर। लेट्स गिभ हिम सम मोर मिनट सर।
ए ल अहिले त अब म्युट देखियो के
हजुर, अहिले चाहिँ म्युटमा आएछ, फेरि अनम्युट छ।
रञ्जित, त्यो हेडसेटमा चाहिँ माइक्रोफोन छ कि नै त सोध न बरु। छैन जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई।
हेडफोनमा के भन्यो?
माइक्रोफोन छैन जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई हेडफोनमा सरको।
Santosh sir, we aren't hearing you, sir. Please take your time. I think we are audible to him, but he isn't audible to us. Yes, that's the problem.
त्यो इयरफोन निकालेर बोल्न भन न, सजिलो हुन्छ होला त्यसपछि बुझ्नलाई।
Okay. Sir, now you are audible, I guess. Now you are audible to us.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I said microphone.
Light. So now you can listen to me.
Yes, sir. Now you are audible, sir. Once again, welcome to our program, sir. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar. Good morning to everybody, and sorry for the late.
No worries, sir.
So shall we start now?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
So today we'll be talking about the concept of health according to yoga and naturopathy. So what exactly is the meaning of health? We all know the definition of WHO, that health is merely not an absence of disease, but it is a state of well-being at physical, mental, emotional, and now they have added the spiritual well-being also.
Is he not audible to me or for every one of us?
Everyone.
Okay. Santosh sir, your connection isn't available.
Now, when we talk about the
So your mic is in mute mode. We aren't audible.
now you're able to hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, first we will talk about the naturopathy part. Then we will come to yoga, and then we will try to integrate both the things. So, what exactly is naturopathy? Naturopathy, in one line, what we can understand, it is a way of living. If we don't talk about as a system, it is just a way of living, which actually teaches you how to live happily and with proper health. But if you go with the proper standard definition, it is naturopathy is a way of living at different planes, like so physical plane, mental plane, social plane, and spiritual plane. So it is a system which helps your physical body, your mental body, your social conditions. At the same time, it is very effective, very important to uh, balance your spiritual plane also. Now, when we talk about the naturopathy, like any other system, whatever we have, systems we have, there are principles, because every system is based on the principles on which it works. So naturopathy is based on three basic principles, and these three basic principles are very important, because this makes it different from all other systems. The first principle is accumulation of toxic matter inside the body. So every disease, whatever disease we come across, it comes only because whenever there is a accumulation of toxic matter inside the body, it is the cause of disease. Then the second reason for this is abnormal composition of blood and lymph. That can also cause the disease. So whenever there is a abnormal composition of blood and lymph, you will come across the disease. And then the third one is lowered vitality or lowered resistance, which now we are facing the pandemic. What we are facing, it is because of the lower vitality or lower resistance. Now we have to understand ki these three, because I told it is a basic principle, and once it is a basic principle, you have to understand out of these three, uh, which which one is more important, like lowered vitality is more important, or your abnormal composition of blood and lymph is more important, or your accumulation of toxic matter is more important. So accumulation of toxic matter is more important, because if your body is clean or cleansed, there is no chance of abnormal composition of blood and lymph, or you can, in general, you can say ki blood is pure in that condition. And when blood is pure and there is no toxicity inside the body, naturally your immune system will be very high. So you are not going to suffer from any disease. In other words, what you can understand, we talk about seed and soil theory here. So in that seed and soil theory, we all know that for any seed to grow, we need a fertile land. So this fertile land, unless and until the land is fertile, seed cannot grow. So in that way only, any microbes, any microorganisms, if they need, they have to grow inside the body. They need the medium, and that medium actually becomes the main cause of the disease, which is actually the toxic matter. So nature cure mainly concentrates on removing this toxic matter. Now there are different, because in Nepal also I have friends, and there also lot of naturopathy hospitals are there going on. So maybe knowing also what all treatments we give. So in naturopathy, normally we don't use any medicines. What we do is, body is made up of 5 great elements like mud, mitti, air, water, agni, and jal. So in naturopathy, the main spine of all this, the whole nature cure world is your hydrotherapy, that is your water treatment. So water constitutes, we all know it constitutes the major part of the body, 70%. At the same time, as a system also, it has got the maximum treatments inside the naturopathy, like from the baths, packs, douches, different varieties, different modes of treatments are available for cleaning the body. Then comes your mud therapy. So we all know whenever there is a toxicity inside the body, you can use the mud, local application and general application. Then direct sunlight can be used in a form of heliotherapy and chromotherapy. So along with that, we have other systems like physio also we have added. We have acupuncture, acupressure. So naturopathy, it is something like, you can say it is totally a drugless system where we don't use any drugs. And the main aim of naturopathy as a system is to improve your immune system, immunity. Because if your immunity is good, if your blood composition is proper, and if there is no toxicity inside the body, there is no chance of any type of infection or any type of disease to this physical body. So this is the main aim of naturopathy as a system. But what I feel now, a role of yoga comes here. So when we talk about yoga, what exactly is yoga? Now, we all know that since ages, it is there, practices are there, people are doing it. The literal meaning of yoga is to join. Anything which joins is called yoga. And there are various definitions of yoga, like union between universal soul with the individual soul is called yoga. Then there are some other definitions according to Bhagavad Gita. It is yoga with skillful action without any attachment and expectations of the fruit is called yoga. So skilled action without any expectation is also a type of yoga. There are different definitions in yoga. Now, like naturopathy, there is yoga also has got a principle on which it is based. So yoga, what is the main principle? What exactly is the main principle on which yoga therapy is based? Like today, we are talking about the integration of the system for the health. So nature care, we know now this is the cause, these are the basic some treatments, and if we follow it properly, we can maintain our health. Yoga, how it is going to help you? The first thing is root cause because of yoga. If you are not well, according to yoga, what is the cause? So the first cause is imbalance in the flow of pranic energy. So there is a imbalance in the flow of pranic energy because of what? Because of blockages in the nadis. So whenever there is a blockage in the nadi, there is an imbalance in the flow of prana inside the body. So suppose, just for example, this left hand is paining right now, just for example. So according to yoga, what will happen? The nadis which are flowing on my left hand, there is a blockage in that. And there is no proper flow of pranic energy in that hand. And because of that, there is a pain. So what yoga says, when you remove this blockage, automatically your health improves. That is the core essence of yoga therapy. Okay. Now, when we talk about the yoga as a system, when you talk about the yoga as a system, what I feel is yoga has got upper hand, and it is a much better way of treatment than any other system. Like the definition we have seen of WHO also and naturopathy: physical plane, pranic, mental, intellectual, at the same time bliss body. 5 planes are there. Now let us combine these two systems and understand exactly, and we'll combine all the systems. We'll not talk only about yoga and naturopathy. We will talk about every system. So what you can make a column? You can make a column of physical body, 1, then pranic body, 2nd, mental body, 3rd, intellectual body, and bliss body. 5 columns you can make, 5 lines you can make. So let us understand, for the physical body, any disease, whichever disease comes to you, or because of any disease, whenever you are suffering, when you talk about the physical body, so which all systems can heal your physical body? Your yoga can heal. Now in yoga, asanas are there, bandhas are there, mudras are there, shat karmas are there. These are different practices which can help to heal your physical body. Then comes your naturopathy. Naturopathy, almost all the treatments, whichever treatment you want to give according to the condition for the physical body. Then Ayurveda, then modern medicine, Unani, Siddha, whatever treatments are available in the world, they can treat your physical body only. Right? But we all know, and when I talk about pranic body, so that means your physical body is totally dependent on the pranic body. If your pranic body is not healthy, your physical body will not be healthy. So let us talk about pranic body. Pranamaya Kosh it is called, and the reference is Taittiriya Upanishad. So if you want to note it down, in Taittiriya Upanishad it is explained about pranic body or Panchakosha theory. So for pranic body, which all medicines are there? Any medicine is there which can control or which can cleanse or which can correct your prana. Anything is there like that? I haven't studied till now in my 20-25 years of career. I haven't heard of any medicine which can correct your pranic flow. Now here, because I told you that your physical health is totally dependent on the pranic health, your pranic body. So how you are going to keep your pranic body healthy? Naturopathy, any treatments we can give? No, nothing is there which can help to correct your prana. Any modern medicine system, nothing is there. Ayurveda, nothing. Nobody has got any treatment except yoga. So in yoga, we have a practice called pranayam. So only pranayam can work on the pranic body, and according to the condition, if you are healthy, you can do certain set of pranayamas. If you are not healthy, if you have some disease, you can follow yoga therapy and indicated pranayama for the condition. So for the pranic body, it is pranayama. Now subtler to pranic body, which controls the flow of prana, is mental body or manomaya kosh. Now how both are interlinked, this we have to understand, because you may be thinking what is this pranic body and what is this mental body, right? It comes in your mind. Practically, today's example only we will take. You people were waiting for me from long time, right? There was a time कि 10 o'clock तक मैं आ जाऊंगा, and you people were expecting कि yes 10 o'clock sharp I will start, and it was not coming. There were definitely many कहता कि everybody will be having that, but somewhere some agitation, some anger will be there. Why it is getting late, right? And because of that frustration, there will be a change in your breathing pattern. If you get angry, your breathing pattern will change. And if your breathing pattern changes, automatically your physical body will have increased blood pressure, increased heart rate, pulse rate, respiratory rate, everything changes. So your pranic body and your mental body or mind is very much important. So you can understand that if you are mentally very balanced or if you are very healthy, naturally, what will happen? Your physical body will be healthy. So for the mind, when we talk about the mind, what all treatments we can give to correct or to balance the mind? Naturopathy, any treatments are there? No. There is no treatment in naturopathy. There is no treatment in any other pathy, except yoga again. So in yoga, we all have heard about meditation. Now, what exactly is meditation? Meditation, if you just read the definition of meditation. So Maharishi Patanjali, he explains meditation as tatra pratyektanata dhyanam. Continuous flow of thoughts towards one object is called meditation. So unless and until you divert your thought towards one constructive object of meditation, you cannot control your mind. So what is important here? We have to learn something which is very powerful to control your mind. At the same time, once your mind is controlled, automatically your pranic flow will be proper. And when pranic flow is proper, your physical body will be healthy. How it is linked? It is not linked from physical to pranic to mental. It is from the pranic, it is from the mental to pranic towards the physical body. It is reverse actually. So first we have to see, that's why they are called psychosomatic disorders, no? You must have heard about psychosomatic disorders. So psychosomatic disorders are disorders which are caused because of stress. If you have a lot of stress, because of that stress, your mind is agitated, automatically your pranic body will be disturbed, and then physically you'll have the health issues. Now, what all meditations, if you talk about the research, what all meditations are really recommended or indicated which anybody can do without any doctors, even if you don't follow anybody, if you know those meditations, you can do. There are two meditations which you can practice. The first one is Yoga Nidra. So you must have heard about Yoga Nidra also. It's very common meditation. Short Yoga Nidra and long one. So short Yoga Nidra and long Yoga Nidra, according to your timing, you can select it. Yoga Nidra is very effective meditation for relaxing the mind. You can understand that if you do Yoga Nidra for half an hour, just for 30 minutes, it is equal to 4 to 6 hours of deep sleep. That is your non-rapid eye movement sleep. जिसमें सपने नहीं आते ना, dreamless state, that sleep. So if you do Yoga Nidra of half an hour, that much relaxation you can bring. So you can just think, like if people, those who do half an hour of Yoga Nidra, they are fresh for next 6 hours. So they can study, they can do some constructive work. Like that only, if you go for 45 minutes to 1 hour, it goes to 6 to 10 hours of deep sleep. So that much relaxation. This is the beauty of Yoga Nidra. Second meditation is Nad Anusandhan, where we do the chanting of Om. So Om is made up of 3 syllables, where A, U and Ma. So Akar for certain time repetitions, Ukar for certain repetitions, and Makar for certain repetitions, and then Omkar for certain repetitions. So we can plan for one meditation workshop only, where we can just do these meditations, because if I start teaching meditation, it will take long time. So I'm just naming so that you can understand and what all things are there, what all things we can do for the treatment of your mental body. Now you understood key, you have to keep your mind healthy, and because your mind is healthy, your prana will be proper, flow will be free, and then your physical body will be healthy. But we all know that mind cannot concentrate or cannot do the things on its own. It needs a proper path, proper way where it has to go. So in yoga, there is one another sheath or another plane, which is called intellectual sheath, Vijnanamaya Kosh. So intellectual sheath, like people, those who come to us, to all the naturopathy and yoga experts, whenever we plan for the treatment, we plan the treatment at these 5 levels, 4 levels actually, basically. We don't just give the some treatments for the physical body, for mental body. No, we have to plan everything at these 4 levels. Now the 4th level is very, very important. Intellectual body is very important. Now, because we are talking about the systems, so in naturopathy again, for intellectual level, there is no treatment which can affect the intellectual body. There is no other system which can help your intellectual body. Now here in yoga, there is a practice called Swadhyaya and Ishwar Pranidhan. Swadhyaya is self-study and Ishwar Pranidhan is surrenderance to God. Now surrenderance to God is surrenderance to supreme energy to whom you believe, who has created the world, who has created you. These two things are very much important for your mind to go in a proper direction. Now Swadhyaya is self-study. What are the practices you can do? Lectures, devotional sessions, emotional culture. There are different methods which can help you to balance your intellectual sheath. Now, at this particular time, you people are listening to me. This is also a type of Swadhyaya, where you are learning from my words. Here also, we are giving food to your intellectual sheath. Now, whatever you are listening from me here, you will analyze it and accordingly it will work on your mind, your prana and your physical body. Now, physical body we have understood ki asanas, pranayamas and this pranic body, pranayam, mental body, meditations, intellectual body, Ishwar Pranidhan and Swadhyaya. When these 4 sheets are balanced, when these 4 levels are balanced, you are in the 5th sheath, which is called bliss body. There is no activity for the bliss body. If physically you are healthy, if physically you are healthy, if the flow of prana is proper and there is no obstruction in the flow of prana, or there is no obstruction in the flow of prana in the chakras, if your mind is calm and concentrated, totally balanced, if your intellectual body is totally balanced and totally composed, you are already in the 5th level, which is bliss body. So bliss body is very much important, because if you want to be healthy, if you want to say that you are healthy, you have to see that all these levels are balanced properly. Now we have to understand one more thing. Ki whenever we go to any physician, suppose you are not well, whenever you go to a physician, whether you come across anybody who talks about your chakras, who talks about your mind, who talks about your intellect, nobody speaks because they don't know, and it is not their like it is not their work also to understand what exactly, because they haven't studied these things. So whenever you are going, suppose for any health issues, you are going to any expert, see that all the 4 levels are balanced. If these are not balanced, you will not be able to keep yourself healthy. Now, we have discussed about the naturopathy, we have talked about the yoga, then we have merged both the things. We have understood about Panchkosha theory. Now we have to understand ki for every system, what all diseases we can cure through naturopathy and yoga. There is a limitation in every system. There is a limitation in every system. So, suppose a person meets with an accident. He meets with an accident, and after accident, can naturopathy and yoga help him? So this is the first limitation for any emergency conditions like accidents, trauma. Nature cure and yoga therapy both cannot work. There you have to go to the modern medicine. But post rehabilitation, definitely because of the accident, the person will have a lot of stress, lot of problems. So post rehabilitation, definitely you can help the person to recover. Second is acute infections. Suppose there is an acute infection. So in that condition also, you have to see the condition, see the patient, and then accordingly you can change the treatment, or you can sometimes, because it is a limitation, so you have to understand whether you can cure it or you can take the case or not. Now, what all cases we take? What all diseases which can be treated by a yoga and naturopathy system, and you can yourself use, because yoga and naturopathy is very famous system throughout the world now. Now all the conditions which are called chronic, see acute, subacute, definitely you can, if you want, you can try, but chronic conditions, almost 80 to 90% patients with the chronic conditions can be easily corrected with the help of yoga and nature cure. So you have to very clearly understand what is the domain. Like suppose you want to go to a yoga and naturopathy physician or for this treatment. So suppose in your home, somebody, your parents or grandparents, if they have diabetes mellitus, if they have hypertension, if they have arthritis, now arthritis, osteo, rheumatoid, rheumatic, whatever, bronchial asthma, anything which is of chronic in nature, you can go for yoga and naturopathy, because yoga and naturopathy, the success rate, you can say, is almost 100% in chronic conditions. Even in degenerative conditions also, there is a chance of reversal, because there is no use of any medications here. We use the internal body and body's internal immune system only to recover the health condition of the person. So, but one thing you have to understand, suppose there is acute pain, like osteoarthritis, where grandparents or parents go, there is a severe pain in the knee or something like that. So in that condition also, yoga along with yoga therapy, then acupuncture, physiotherapy, then certain naturopathy treatments in combination, you can definitely improve. But just by listening, don't try to follow like that. Go with the proper consultation process and then do that. So I think yoga, naturopathy, and integration part I have completed. Only one part is remaining, and that is the diet part. Because without the proper diet, your yoga and naturopathy both cannot give you the result. So, what is the diet in naturopathy, and what is the diet in yoga therapy or yoga? So, in nature cure, we follow mainly 3 types of diet. The first is eliminative diet, second is soothing diet, and third is constructive diet. Now, eliminative diet, suppose your weight is very high, like you are obese and a lot of weight is there, you want to reduce the weight. So you can go for eliminative diet with the soothing diet. So in general, what you can understand, eliminative diet is something where you are totally on the juices. In nature cure, we normally don't recommend only water fasting or something. Juices, only on the juices. You can go for short fast, intermittent fasting, or long fasting. So that is eliminative type of diet where you take certain juice according to your condition again, because if you want to do the cleansing of the body, like we initially spoke about the toxic matter inside the body. So if you want to clean the whole system, clean the whole body, so you have to go with the lemon juice with honey or any juice diet rich in vitamin C. So that will help in the cleansing part. Or any type of juice according to the health condition you can go for. Go in this eliminative diet. Now, next is soothing diet. So soothing diet is where you normally go with fruits. So if you are on the fruits, only fruits, there is no juices here. Fruits. This comes under the soothing diet and constructive diet where recovery is going on. There you can go with the sprouts, and the sattvic diet where less of oil, less of masala is used. Very less. So whenever you go to any nature cure center or any nature cure, suppose you want to practice in the home also, we normally, even the treatment also takes these 3 stages. First is eliminative stage where your body, whatever treatments you are giving, your body will help in cleansing the system for 7 days. Next 7 days, it will help in soothing the system, and last 7 days, it will help in recovery. So total 21 days of the whole program. So these 3 phases will be there in treatment also, in diet also. So first is eliminative, then soothing, and third one is constructive. So this is the diet according to nature cure. Now we'll talk about the diet according to yoga. So yoga is very particular about the diet. Like in naturopathy, in certain schools, things are allowed also, but in yoga, things are very strict, very strict, and there is no chance of any mixing here. You can adjust the things according to you. So the first diet, what yoga says, is sattvic diet, then rajasic and tamasic, and they are very clear why we have to take that. So first we'll go with the tamasic. Now what is tamasic? Tamasic diet is something which is stale, which is cold, which is something kept like for 3-4 days, which is dead, which is not having any energy. That comes under tamasic diet. Now, if you eat that type of diet, what will happen? Inside your body also, your vibrations will be low. So if you want to keep your vibrations high for the pranic energy and for the mental energy, you have to keep the diet of Rajasic and Sattvic. You have to avoid the Tamasic diet. So Tamasic is one part. Then Rajasic diet. Now Rajasic diet is the diet which gives you energy, which gives you action. Rajasic means action, activity. So anything, any food, whatever you eat, and it gives you energy to work, that comes under Rajasic diet, including onion and garlic. Onion and garlic, it doesn't come under Tamasic diet because both are stimulants, and anything which is a stimulant comes under Rajasic diet. And it is very important for the normal health to carry your own normal activities. Then the last part is Sattvic diet. Sattvic diet is recommended for the people, those who study, those who do a lot of yoga, and those who are following the path of yoga. So Sattvic diet it is totally fruits and juices. There is no cooked food here. So according to yoga, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. According to naturopathy, eliminative diet, soothing diet and constructive diet. So in combination, when a person comes to you for the physical body, you plan the diet, whether it is eliminative, soothing or constructive. Then you plan the treatment. Now, according to the condition, you plan the treatment. Then asanas are there, bandhas and mudras are there. For the pranic body, you go with the pranayamas. For the mental body, you go with the meditation techniques, and then daily lectures. So this whole combination gives you the proper health, and which was the main topic which we wanted to discuss today. So if you follow all these things, club all these things together, you can understand why it is important and how we can do it easily. So I think I have already, whatever I was supposed to tell, I have already told. And if you have any doubts or anything, you can just ask me.
Thank you so much, sir. You have explained us briefly regarding the yoga and naturopathy. And I guess all of our viewers have today learned about naturopathy, what is naturopathy, and what is how it is different from conventional medicine and homeopathy. Sir, our viewers wants to ask some of the questions regarding the topic.
Okay.
Junapun has asked you, what are the limitations of naturopathy?
See, I have already told about the limitations, but again I will repeat it. The first limitation is the surgery. Naturopathy cannot take any surgical cases. That is the limitation of surgery, naturopathy. Second thing is, if you have acute infections like scabies or something like those cases, because you need isolations, TB or your leprosy, so they need isolation. So those cases you cannot do. Limitations, naturopathy has got only 2 or 3. The first and the major limitation is surgery only. And second, because in certain schools in our hospital we treat scabies also with isolation. So the main limitation is your surgery only. There is no other limitation other than that.
Okay, sir. Similarly, Srikrit Arel has asked you another question: how to cleanse mind, how to remove negative thoughts from mind, how to be positive all the time.
The first thing is your thought. The time you think that you are positive will be positive. The time you think you are negative will be negative. So the first part what you have to do is you start thinking that you are positive. You will start thinking, and once you start thinking you are positive, you will be positive. Second thing is like emotional culture for the mental body, what we were discussing. If you want to be there always in that state, you have to practice meditation. And if you want, we can plan a meditation workshop also for you all, where we can teach you Yoga Nidra live and Chakra meditation. So what it does, it helps you in balancing the mind totally. In general, how long does it take to cure chronic conditions in yoga? See, there is a question from Pukar. In general, according to yoga, chronic condition, which disease you are talking? Because chronic condition, chronic disease, to reach to the chronic disease, it takes from 5 years to 20-25 years. Okay? But a standard format, what we follow, that I told you, key 21 days we need to give you some results. So minimum 21 days you have to give in 1 year to get some results without any medications through yoga and naturopathy. So if you follow this, automatically you will come out from all this. So what I was telling about the previous question, you have to do yoga nidra and chakra meditation to balance the mind. You have to learn it, because those things cannot be taught you in like this type of class. Meditation, you need a meditation workshop only totally. But these two meditations will help you a lot to correct your mental health and to concentrate your mind also.
Thank you so much, sir. Since the solution of removing negative thoughts from mind is by training chakras, sir, our viewer Susmita Parajuli has requested you to say about chakras in short, sir.
So you want to understand chakras also? Okay.
Yes, sir, there is a question from her.
Okay. See, To understand the chakras, you have to understand because we were talking about the 5 sheaths. So the second sheath, pranic energy. Pranic energy, where it flows through the channels, energy channels, you can say. What we say nadis. Now 1000 on one side and 36 on the another side. So total 72,000 nadis. They cross each other inside the body. Wherever they cross each other, they form the bunch of nerves, and they are called chakras. Now each chakra, wherever, like starting from your Muladhara chakra, which is at the base of the spine, then Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agya, and Shastra, 7 major chakras are formed because of the crossing of this nadis. And these nadis, you have to remember ki only at one point all the 72,000, 36 and 36, only at one point in the body they cross. That is your navel center, through which at the time of birth your umbilical cord is connected. Otherwise, in all other chakras, there is a change, like somewhere more nadis are there, somewhere less nadis are there. According to that, their names are given. The most important part for the health and for the mind in all these chakras is you have to balance your Agya chakra, you have to balance your solar plexus, Surya chakra, and you have to balance your Manipur chakra. If these 3 chakras are balanced properly, along with the heart chakra, mentally you'll be very healthy. You'll be away from the stress. So this is the way how chakras are formed. And chakras, different chakras like Muladhara chakra, it has got effect on the genitourinary system. Then Swadhisthana chakra, urinary system, Manipur chakra, your digestive system, Anahat chakra, heart and lungs, Vishuddhi chakra, throat center, thyroid, parathyroid, Agya chakra, pineal gland, Shastra chakra, your brain. So any disease to this particular area comes. So you'll see there is an imbalance in the flow of the chakras. You can scan it and see it, and you can see a lot of change. Even the size of the chakras also changes. So this is how it goes in gist, I think.
Thank you so much, sir. Likewise, another question has been asked by Rodhan Maharjan. I can get my mind sort of during meditation. What can I do? He has asked, sir, what can be the solution of just limiting the thoughts that come across the mind while doing meditation, sir?
See, to reduce the thought process, one of the simplest method is start counting from 300 up to 1 in reverse order. 300 up to 1 in reverse without any mistake. First point. Second is do this counting with your breathing and abdominal movements. So you inhale 300, exhale 300, inhale 299, exhale 299, like this up to 1 in reverse order without any mistake. If you commit any mistake anywhere, even if you're in the last line, go back to 300. What will happen? You'll be very alert and you'll be concentrating also. So it will help you in improving the concentration and the memory also. But to improve your meditation part, you have to learn it. Yoga Nidra is the best. You have to learn it. These are the small tips which you can follow, but you have to practice it because it is just a part of Yoga Nidra which I have told you just now. So once you learn Yoga Nidra, you learn everything. You learn everything of the practice. But one part to concentrate, to reduce the thought process, this counting will help you a lot. You can do it today itself and you can see the result.
Thank you so much, sir. Similarly, another question has been asked by Muna Yogi. How is yoga different from stretching or other kinds of fitness?
See how it is different. So let us go with the history of yoga. When yoga was born, when these people were not even born, right? Stretching word itself came some 200 years back, right? Yoga, Guru Gorakhnath, Matsyendranath, you know better than me, right? Now when you talk about how it is different, yoga is not an exercise. It is the science to understand the self. So it can never be first thing compared with stretching or any form of exercise. The question itself is wrong actually. If you want to compare yoga only with yoga. Exercise, gymming, swimming, running, jogging, anything is exercise. Yoga, when you talk about yoga, what you are talking is about asanas, I know. Now, what is asana? Sthiram Sukham Asanam, Sthirta. Steadiness in the pose is called asana. There is no steadiness in any of the exercises. There is always a movement, fast movements. Second thing is, asanas are told when an effort to perform an asana becomes effortless, then you can say you have mastered the asana. That is your Prayatna Shaithilyam Anansamapratidhyam. That is the effect of the asanas. That doesn't go with the exercises. Third is the effect of asanas. Tatu Gondha Anabhihata, pair of opposites. You have the control over the pair of opposites. So when you practice yoga, you turn towards inside. You are not doing asanas for the physical benefit alone, because whenever you are doing asanas, there are three important points. The first point of contact, first point of concentration is your physical body, your mental body, and your spiritual body. So these 3 points are concentrated in doing one asana. But these things are never practiced in any form of exercise. At the same time, if you are doing a true form of yoga or asanas, if you talk about the vital data, your BP should be normal when you do asanas. When you do any other form of exercise, your blood pressure is high, definitely, because rapid movements. Second thing is your pulse, your respiratory rate, heart rate, everything changes in other form of exercise, but in asanas, it never changes. Second thing is yoga is not just one asana. It is pranayam also. It is pratyahar also, with role of senses and different methods to control the senses. Dharana, dhyan, samadhi is also a part of yoga.
Thank you so much, sir. The next question has been asked by Pujan Basnet. How does nature offer better or at least equally good solutions as well as official medicine to remove headaches, including migraine?
I didn't get you.
How does nature offer better or at least equally good solutions as well as official medicines to remove headache, including migraine?
See, one thing I will tell you, if you go with the traditional naturopathy definition, headache or migraine, what you're taking, how our system is different from the traditional whatever medicine you are talking. Naturopathy believes in toxicity. If there is a toxin inside the body, you'll have the disease. And the basic thing is, the first thing, what can cause the headache is your stress. Definitely your abdomen, your large intestine, toxicity is there. But the first part you get headache is because of tension. So for tension, which traditional medicine has got a medicine? There is no medicine in any system. So if you have a stress, and because of stress, 90% of headaches and migraines are there today, there is no medicine for that. You have to follow meditations. You have to follow pranayamas. That is the first part. Second thing is, if you have headache or migraines, along with your medications, whatever you are taking, you can take. Along with that, what we do here, there is one pranayam called Bhramari pranayam, which is very helpful to reduce the headache. In naturopathy, we have hot foot bath. In simple language, what you can do is take a bucket, fill it with half hot water, half bucket hot water. Put your both the feet inside that, up to your calf muscles, and just sit in that for 15 minutes. Any type of headache, whatever you have, any type of, whether it is partial headache or full headache, it will be cured immediately. So you can follow these things.
Thank you so much, sir. The next question has been asked by Pukar. So physical exercises and gyms are strict to get results, and any mistake in form of exercises can cause complications. So it's often risky learning the exercises directly from YouTube oneself. Is there any such risks in yoga too? Can mistake in forms or body positions while doing pranayam and asanas cause complications? So he wants to know that how is it really effective to learn yoga from virtual, from videos?
See, rules are same for gym also, for yoga also. If you want to learn, suppose just an example of Padmasana you want to do, and when you do Padmasana, by just seeing the video of a person, the person will be performing everything according to his capacity and his flexibility. And when you will see and you start doing it, you will get confused because your capacity, your constitution is different than the person who is performing. Second thing is, if there is any complication, suppose breathing pattern, so many things are there. How you are going to do it? How you are going to correct it? So I'm not going to talk about the gym or other things, but yoga, you have to learn from the proper trained yoga professional only. Never follow Google Baba and TV Baba. Learn from this professional. And somebody asked me about Vipassana. I didn't read properly. What was the question?
Yes, sir. Amrit Sapkota has asked you to say something about Vipassana yoga, sir.
See, Vipassana is a part of, see, we all know it is a part of yoga. It is a type of meditation. And what I have seen, Vipassana is very effective, very effective. But again, if you just do Yoga Nidra once, you'll understand it is one part of Yoga Nidra where you do rotation of consciousness. Now in Yoga Nidra, I have met with the person who has really done the research, first research on planet Earth. On Yoga Nidra was done by Mangal Tirtham. I think Rajendra may be remembering him. Some 10 years back, we have seen him. He was there with us. So that person, he did Yoga Nidra research he has done, and in Vipassana, the rotation of consciousness and the awareness of your breath, whatever you do, it stimulates the motor homunculus inside your body, inside your brain actually, to very specific. So similar thing happens in Yoga Nidra, and Yoga Nidra existence since long back. So for the mind, someone was asking me about the mind, how to concentrate, and so one of the tools is Vipassana. You can use that tool also. It is very effective.
Sir, we are almost at the end of today's session. At last, what do you want to say to our viewers?
I would say only thank you to Rajendra, because after so many years, I think we have seen each other. And thank you to all the listeners. Thanks for patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to call our founder and CEO of Decan, Dr. Rajan Keshi sir, to provide virtual token of love and vote of thanks towards our chief guest.
सर प्रणाम.
खुश रहिए. कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत बढ़िया हजुर. I'm speechless. After such a long time, 10 years, you look same age back 10 years. Sir, pleasure meeting here with you in virtual, sir. I feel very blessed today. Thank you so much. And I missed your chanting. Sir, one request, please. Can you chant for me Sameva Chaiva, one evening session you used to chant for us? I really miss this chanting. Please, sir.
Okay, we'll go ahead with that. ओंकारबिंदु संयुक्तम् नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः. ॐ मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीना पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जनेरान् तोस्मि. ॐ
Thank you so much, Ajay. Thank you so much, sir. Really, today I feel very blessed. And we used to talk our friend circle, Prachi, last week. Pranjali had a session,
Okay.
and we used to talk about you, and we missed you, sir. Really, today I feel very blessed. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to invite you to Kathmandu, Pashupati Nath Darshan, and for your visit to my home.
Definitely. Yeah.
Soon I will arrange this trip after lockdown, sir. Thank you very much. We wish your good health and happiness. On behalf of Decan, I would like to present you virtual token of love. Please accept it, Ajay. Thank you so much for your awesome time. Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
So now we are at the end of today's session, thanking our chief guest and thanking all the viewers. Now it's time to wrap up the session. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good day.